Pardon Me, Book 1, Part 3, The Diamond and Cole Series. By the time Cole and Diamond pulled into the Browns' pristine driveway, the late afternoon sun was casting a warm golden glow over the neighborhood. Devin stood by the door, hands clasped behind his back, his polished demeanor making him look more like a butler awaiting guests than the younger brother eager to see family. Aubrey, on the other hand, lingered in the kitchen, pretending to fuss with a fruit tray, but really just avoiding the inevitable. The sound of car doors closing signaled their arrival. Devin stepped out to greet them, his smile broad and genuine. Cole emerged from the driver's seat first, moving with the kind of unhurried confidence that made people pay attention. His sneakers were spotless, his jeans perfectly slouched, and his hoodie had just the right amount of casual flair to suggest he cared. But not too much. "Coco," Devin greeted warmly, pulling his brother into a firm hug. Despite their differences, there was an unspoken bond between them that time and personality couldn't erode. "Lil bro," Cole replied, his voice low and easy, a smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. "Man, you look like you just stepped out of a catalog. What'd you sellin' today?" Devin chuckled, brushing imaginary dust off his tailored button-up. "Only excellence, as usual. How was the drive?" "Smooth," Cole replied, grabbing a duffel bag from the trunk. Diamond took over halfway, though. Said I wasn't going fast enough. "Of course she did," Devin said with a knowing laugh. Diamond appeared a moment later, stepping out of the passenger's side with the precision of someone who always made an entrance. Her outfit, a sleek, tailored jumpsuit paired with oversized sunglasses, struck a perfect balance between chic and commanding. She sauntered toward the door with an air of effortless grace, the kind that could turn heads in any room. "Devin," she said, pulling him into a quick but polite hug. "Always a pleasure." "And Diamond," Devin replied with a courteous smile, "always on time." Aubrey's voice rang out from the kitchen before either of them could step inside. She probably made Cole skip the rest stop so they wouldn't be late. You know how she is. The subtle jab landed perfectly. Diamond froze for a fraction of a second, her sunglasses sliding down just enough to reveal a sharp glint in her eyes. She recovered quickly, smiling sweetly as she stepped through the door. "Well, Aubrey, punctuality's a virtue, but I wouldn't expect you to know much about those." Aubrey appeared in the doorway, wiping her hands on a dish towel, her smile as sugary as it was insincere. "Oh, I know plenty about virtues, Diamond. Like patience, something I've mastered from having to deal with you all these years." Devin cleared his throat, stepping between them before the tension could escalate. All right. Let's save the banter for later. Cole, let me show you where you two will be staying." Cole shot Devin a knowing look as they headed toward the guest room, muttering under his breath. "This gon' be a long weekend, huh?" "Understatement of the year," Devin replied, shaking his head. Back in the living room, Aubrey and Diamond were left alone, circling each other like rival boxers in the first round of a match. Aubrey gestured toward the couch. "Make yourself at home. Oh, and don't worry, I cleaned everything, just in case you were gonna ask." Diamond smirked, settling into the chair instead. "Of course you did. I know how important appearances are to you, especially when you've got company." Aubrey's laugh was low and humorless. "Girl, you're the one who acts like you're auditioning for a reality show every time you leave the house. But okay." Devin returned just in time to hear the tail end of Aubrey's comment. "What did I miss?" he asked, his voice intentionally light, though his eyes darted between the two women. "Nothing," Aubrey said quickly, picking up the fruit tray and carrying it to the coffee table. "Absolutely nothing," Diamond echoed, smoothing an invisible wrinkle on her jumpsuit. Devin exchanged a glance with Cole, who shrugged as if to say, "You knew this was coming." The evening wore on in much the same fashion. Every comment from Diamond seemed perfectly designed to challenge Aubrey, and every response from Aubrey was laced with just enough venom to remind Diamond that she wasn't backing down. Devin and Cole worked overtime to keep the conversation on neutral ground, steering topics toward the funeral, old family memories, and lighthearted anecdotes from their childhood. But no matter how much the brothers tried, the tension between their wives refused to dissipate, lingering in the air like an unspoken dare. By the time they all retired for the night, Devin could only sigh in frustration. "This," he muttered to himself as he climbed into bed beside Aubrey, "is going to take a miracle." Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed. If you want to hear more from this series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.